have a pointy tool and I want to make a cover for it. Usually I would just stick it into some foam, but I have this moldable plastic and it looks like this. There are many brands. This is just one I happen to buy. I have not tried others. This one works fine. And it comes in these little pellets. And it's a lot of fun to use, so I'll show you some in just a moment. I'm going to get some hot water to melt these to make a covering for that. I've used this thermoplastic, moldable plastic, low melt, to make a handle for the hook, and I decided because I use these two fingers to turn the hook as I'm crocheting, I decided to give it a curve. I haven't really tried it out yet. And for this little tiny hook, I made a cover, and it fits in kind of snugly. I was able to label it in permanent marker. So now I'll try to make one for this. I have hot water. Last time, plastic spoon. You can see how they turn clear. Let them absorb a little more heat. Okay. Let's see if I can pick up the little bits that are on the bottom. It's getting a little too sticky. Okay. I want to roll. See, there's still water in there, so I want to kind of mush it around to get the excess water out. I want plenty of extra at the tip. I want it relatively round, but I'm not looking for perfection. So I will take that out and I'll go run it under water in a minute. That's a little bent. I'll let it cool a little and then I'll fix it while I make the scissors tips. These I want a little bit more flat. The cool thing about this plastic is that you can keep dipping it in water or use a heat gun, remelt it, or just remelt the outside. Like right there, there's a little bit of a flaw, so I'm going to try to dip that in the hot water and see if I can soften it. There, I don't know if you can see it's getting clear. And I'm just going to rub over it to try to smooth it. See, it's clear right at the very tip. I didn't leave it in long enough to smooth the part I wanted to smooth. Try that again. Yeah, okay, I'm spilling. That's alright. That's what the cover's for. Heat gun would probably be better. But see, now it's clear and I can smooth it down. So if when I try this out, when I find the right project to try it out on, I will try it out, and then if I like this shape, I'll keep it and I'll just smooth out these bumps, and if I don't like the shape, I'll dip it in for longer or use a heat gun and reshape it. And I don't know, I really like this idea for hook handles. Okay, let's try this now. Make sure it's Still fits in. Yeah, because it wasn't straight. Oh, you can see how it's turning white from the coolness of the metal. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Again, this is turning white on that side. Needed a little more. I want it tight, so I'm just going to squish it a tiny bit. Try to smooth out my fingerprints. But if it's too much, of course I can force this in, and if it's too loose I can either reshape it or stuff some foam or a little bit of felt or something on the inside. So I'll come back later when there's actually, I'll go run those under cold water and then come back. So the cold water hardens up the outside, but the inside, I don't think you can see, it is still transparent, it's still kind of soft. So I'll do one more fitting, and that goes in smoothly. Nothing's stuck. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to get cold water in this and cool them off that way. So it'll be a little while before. Okay, that should do. Take them off. I'll let the water drain from inside, but I'll just test them one more time. So that works. Maybe I should have made it a little deeper. Like to there instead of to there, but I really just wanted the tips protected. And this one. I may have to heat and retreat that one. I am really liking this stuff. I'm looking forward to making more tools and tool handles and other things out of it. And if it gets a little, like there's a little bit of a, I don't think you can see it, there's a little bit of a bump there. I can sand it off or I can reform it. I have a silicone pad, and I've decided to try a heat gun on this one. Ha! Different idea. Center. I'm just going to go run that under. My thinking is that I'll cool the outside and then I'll start taking the needle out and put it in occasionally. But the outside should help the inside keep its shape. This stuff is satisfyingly fast. I'm trying not to pull too hard because I don't want to get injured. And that's a nice fit. I'll leave it in the water for now and see how it comes out. I'll go engage in some yarn containment activity in the meanwhile. I decided to try reshaping the scissors tip too. Interesting what was going on. You see the bubbles? I need more hands. There we go, that's more the shape I wanted. These little seams I'm making, I can heat it up and smooth them over afterwards by just heating the outside. If I take some water, I can smooth it more easily, especially when it gets into that sticky stage. I guess you don't know about the sticky stage if you haven't used this, but as it's cooling, it goes through one stage where it's really, really sticky. So if I get the overall shape first, cool it all the way through, and then just reheat the outside to smooth the seams and get rid of the surface bubbles too. Pull this off a little. Alright, I'm impatient, that's enough. And then pull these out to make sure they don't stick. This comes out, that's the amount I want. I want it to have resistance, but not so much that it's hard to pull out, and I pull too hard, you know, it's like dull knives. So that seems good. Now, there are my homemade thermoplastic sheaths.